All right, I am the last speaker, so I am so excited to be able to share other ideas with you and also for you to be able to grab a drink when I'm all done. So I am Crystal Rose, and I have a strange idea to help improve the world. And I'd like to share it with you. Like everyone else, I want you to be an awesome human. So it's going to involve something that your mother probably told you never to do: talk to strangers. Strangers have a bad rap, and it's really unfortunate because how are you going to make friends without talking to strangers? It turns out that we talk to strangers every day. It's just that we're not really aware of it. So I happen to have a lot of experience with this, and it's not just because I live and work in Venice Beach, California, where there is a high population of strange, but I've made it a habit and kind of an obsession to have conversations with strangers. So I meet a lot of people, like this guy who had a really cool invention. He nailed 9 skateboards together in a hamster wheel-like formation so that he could ride all of them at once. Now, I get to talk to cool people like this all the time, but it's not just these one-on-one conversations. I'm also in a lot of situations where there are lots of strangers. Think about the time you were recently maybe on an airplane or in the subway. Maybe you were dancing at a party. Maybe you were dancing on the subway. Or, you know, maybe you have common interests with people at groups and events like South by, or you've joined a cult. Or, you know, there's a possibility that you shop at the Apple Store like I do. I go to the Apple Store, and recently I went there and I talked to one of the employees, and I said, "How many strangers do you talk to every day?" And he said, "Hundreds." So I said, "Okay." Then I gave him my money. Now, I give my money to strangers all the time. And I thought about this, and I thought, you know, it's not just people that I give my money to that they give me something in return. I also give my money to people in crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is very strange. We, as a group, put our money together so that one person can fulfill their dreams. One person gets all the money, and they're usually a stranger. Like this Kickstarter that I backed from a girl who is a student in Boulder, Colorado, who really wanted to make a rendition of Andy Warhol's soup cans, but do them totally naked. I thought it was a good idea, it was viable, and I funded it. So we give our money to strangers all the time. Sometimes we give our money to strangers to let them do services for us. We get in their car, or we let them run our errands. We even invite them into our home so that they can clean it. Maybe they do it all at once. It's really weird that we give strangers access to our lives. We entrust them with our very selves, yet we seem to have problems talking to our neighbors. Nextdoor is an app that lets you talk to your neighbors through a social network. It's very weird that it takes $1 billion startup for us to talk to our neighbors, yet we have no problem whatsoever letting complete strangers have sex in our beds. So maybe you're staying at an Airbnb, or maybe you've stayed at one recently. What would happen if there was an earthquake while you're in your Airbnb? You might get to know a stranger's neighbors better than that stranger knows them themselves. Sometimes it's unfortunate, but it takes a big disaster to make us talk to our neighbors or to ask for help from strangers. But it doesn't always take something so massive for us to make a difference in people's lives. In fact, it can take something very small. The other day, my friend found a phone in the park, and she did what any good citizen would do. She texted and found the person and was able to recover the phone. The thing that he said to her was, "You saved my life," because his phone was just like his life, and he likened it to the Titanic. The thing that was important for her wasn't that she helped this guy, it was that he had so much gratitude. Because the secret is, and here's the life hack, gratitude is the thing that makes everything better in the world. It's not even the act of helping someone, it's getting the help and giving the gratitude. So Reddit is a platform for karma, and recently, over the the holiday, they had 200,000 people participate in a Secret Santa gift exchange in which $6.5 million were spent on gifts that were shipped to total strangers. So this was an experiment that we did. We decided we would put together strangers completely anonymously, who had never seen each other before based on a common interest that we found. And the result was 94% of people helped each other instantly. So here's how you do it. Step 1, ask a stranger for help. Step 2, let a stranger help you. And step 3, this is the most important part, have gratitude. So I tried this, and I've done it a lot. I have had more than 800 conversations with total strangers, all via text. I've done this a lot, and I've gotten to learn a lot of things about strangers. In fact, I think I might know a lot of things about all of you. So now, I'm going to turn it to you. It's your turn. I know that you are all a room full of strangers. I also know that every single one of you has something to contribute, and you would love to make a difference in the world. I also know that there's something that you need help with. And it's really easy. So here's what I propose to you. Go out, talk to strangers, and empower someone to make a difference in the world. I'm Crystal Rose. Thank you.